Roses are red. During the bye week, I made a call and signed to a contract. Motherfucking Johnny Football. Woo! Oh, and at Dangerous Wilson, you're still a bitch. From the Twitter sphere to the New Orleans sphere as we find ourselves in the Louisiana Superdome for Flyers Saints. Sources say Thomas Dishman stumbled into the stadium after spending all night out, so this should be interesting. Hackenberg, Woodside, Allen, and now Johnny Football at quarterback for the Flyers, and on their first play they cut him loose and he's way off the mark, incomplete. 2 plays later, Manziel throwing again, and this time on the mark but nearly intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. Thomas Dishman says, I think I'm gonna be sick. Gotcha. Flyers get it back down 3-0, and on 3rd and 3, Manziel completes his first NFL pass since 2015 to Braden Bowman for 10 yards to convert. Flyers facing 3rd down again, where Manziel looks to throw, steps up and has a huge lane to run and takes off, and he's going to take this one all the way down inside the 10 to give the Flyers 1st and goal. Thomas Dishman says, that's good. No, wait, that's f***ing great, like tequila. And 3 plays later, 3rd and goal, and Manziel throws a 3-yard touchdown to Bug Howard, and the Flyers are up 7-3 and have their first f***ing lead in franchise history. Ensuing drive, 3rd and 6 for the Saints, where Drew Brees is throwing and goes out to Virgil Green, but it's short of the marker, and the Flyers will get it right back. First play of their drive, and Manziel finds his tight end Braden Bowman over the middle for 24 yards as he fights his way near midfield. 3 plays later, 3rd and 7, and it's Manziel using his legs again as he steps up and escapes the pocket and is going to pick up 15 yards on a 1st down to the Saints 35. 4 plays later, 3rd down again, and Manziel looking to throw, runs to his right and tries to use his legs again, but can't escape Sheldon Rankins, who tracks him down, tackling him for no gain. Thomas Dishman says, where the f*** is my god drink? Nick Rose comes out and puts through the 38-yarder, and the Flyers extend their first lead in franchise history to 7, taking a 10-3 lead. Saints turn again, and on their first play, Brees play fakes to Alvin Kamara and looks to throw, and he's going to find a crossing Michael Thomas for 26 yards across midfield. Dishman says, f*** that. I saw a girl last night, her was this fat. 4 plays later, 2nd quarter now, and Brees fires to Josh Hill, who picks up 13 yards to convert on 3rd and 3. But again, facing 3rd and 3, the give goes to Alvin Kamara, who pushes his way forward but comes up shy of the marker. Thomas Dishman loves it and says, let's go, boys. Shots are on me. Yeah. Will Lutz comes out and puts through the 27-yarder, and the Saints cut this one to 10-6. 3rd and 6 on the ensuing drive. Manziel looking to throw behind great protection and finds Jalen Marshall over the middle for 24 yards as he spins his way into Saints territory. Later in the drive, Flyers facing 3rd down again, but Manziel steps up and fires to Braden Bowman, who hangs on for the 24-yard catch to set up 1st and goal. Thomas Dishman says, I think I'm really going to be sick. Ha, gotcha again. Flyers backed up to the 11 facing 3rd and goal, where DeMaurier Stringfellow makes the catch flat-footed rather than on the run and is tackled at the 1. Thomas Dishman says, use your head, you dumb f***ing stupid piece of shit. Dishman keeps his offense on the field, and the toss goes to Davion Smith, who gets stuffed in the backfield, and the Flyers turn it over. But 4 plays into the ensuing drive, and the Saints give it right back as Brees throws a terrible pass over the middle that's intercepted by Micah Hanneman for his first career pick, and Salt Lake City takes right back over at the New Orleans 38. 2 plays later, and Johnny Football continues to make plays as he finds a wide-open Braden Bowman for 20 yards down to the Saints 19. And out of the 2-minute warning, the give goes to Akeem Hunt, who has a huge hole, and the Flyer running back is cleared for landing in the Saints end zone, and the Salt Lake City Flyers take a 17-6 lead here in the Superdome. Thomas Dishman loves it and says, shot, 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 shot. But the Saints come firing back, and on 1st and 10 from the 40, Brees finds Josh Hill, who breaks away from 2 tacklers, breaks away from a 3rd, and will someone f***ing tackle this guy? Hill picks up 15, and on the next play, Brees fires a dart down the seam to Traquan Smith, who makes the catch and takes this one all the way down to the Flyers' 10-yard line. And with 52 seconds to go, 3rd and goal, and Brees fires for the end zone, but it's knocked away by Marquez White. Will Lutz comes on and for a 3rd time puts it through the uprights, and we head into half with the Flyers leading 17-9. Saints start the second half with a steady dose of the ground game as Kamara takes the carry, finds a lane, and spins his way into the open field and takes the give for 36 yards all the way down to the Salt Lake City 32. Next play, play, and it's back to Kamara, who takes it untouched up the middle for 10 more yards and another Saints first down. Then on 3rd and 1, Kamara gets a rest, and Rob Kelly converts with an 8-yard carry down to the Flyers 4 to set up 1st and goal, where 2 plays later, Kamara caps off the drive with the easiest touchdown you will ever see to pull the Saints within 2 of the Flyers, and Sean Payton wants to tie it here so the offense stays on the field ready to go for 2. And on the conversion, Drew Brees throwing and finds Josh Hill wide open for 2 points and the tie, and after trailing 17-7, the Saints quickly come back to tie things up at 17. Dishman, still drunk out of his mind, says, Flyers trying to respond, and on their first play, Manziel is throwing and hits DeMaurier Stringfellow on the crosser, who turns upfield and picks up 18 yards on the catch and run to start the drive. 2 plays later, Manziel drops back again, and this time it's reserve tight end Thomas Duarte making the catch and pushing his way to 14 yards and another Flyer first down. But facing a 3rd and 8, Manziel looking to throw, stands in and fires towards the sideline, but it's off Bug Howard's hands and incomplete, so that brings out Nick Rose from 54 yards, and he does have the leg to put this one through, and the Flyers take back the lead as they make it 20-17. First play of the ensuing drive, Brees play fakes to Kamara and looks to throw, and he's going to find Cameron Meredith deep down the middle for 38 yards into Flyer territory. Thomas Dishman says, who the f*** is the coach of this piece of shit team? Saints come away with a field goal to tie it at 20. Flyers in Saints territory now. We're on 2nd and long. Manziel is throwing, and his pass ends up right in the hands of Marcus Williams, who picks it off and brings it back near midfield. And add that ugly-looking pass to the long list of mistakes Johnny Football has made in his football career, and the Saints offense takes over with a chance to take the lead. 4th quarter now, and Saints well into Flyer territory, where Brees finds Cameron Meredith on the slant for 10 yards. Flag comes out on the tackle, and the David Rivers face mask makes it 1st and goal. Flyers get the Saints to 3rd and goal, but Brees throwing behind great protection and is going to find Meredith again, who keeps both feet in bounds and makes the 10-yard touchdown catch. And with 12:02 left in the game, the Saints take a 27-20 lead. Flyers need to respond, but would be facing a 3rd and 17, where Manziel stands in and delivers a strike down the middle to Bug Howard for 34 yards across midfield. But facing another 3rd and long, the Manziel magic appears to have finally run out, as his pass is intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore, and Johnny Football's 2nd pick of the day gives the Saints the ball back near midfield with a 7-point lead. Flyers with a chance at a 3 and out, but on 3rd and 11, Brees fires over the middle to a wide open Josh Hill for 23 yards. Next play, and this time the give goes to Kamara, who takes it up the middle, weaving, juking, and breaking tackles on his way to 22 more. Saints well within field goal range now, and Thomas Dishman says, "You're all f***ing gone, b****s." 3 plays later, 3rd and 9, where Brees stands in the pocket before it collapses, and his little midget ass can't get the pass over his lineman, which brings up 4th down. Thomas Dishman says, "Another round of shots for the boys. Let's go. I love you guys." Will Lutz comes out and is good for the 4th time, and with 5:50 to go, the Saints take a 2-score lead that might just push this one out of reach. But not if Johnny Football has anything to say about it, as on 2nd 10, he steps up and throws a bomb that will find its intended target in Jalen Marshall for a 70-yard touchdown, and the quick strike pulls the Flyers back to within 3, and with 5:33 to go in the game, Salt Lake City needs a stop. And on 3rd and 2, with a chance at a 3 and out, Alvin Kamara gets bobbled up but makes his way across the marker for the first. Thomas Dishman says, f***. 2 plays later, 2nd and inches, and Robert Kelly moves the chains again with a 6-yard carry across midfield. And on the following play, it's Kelly again, this time off the left side and up the middle for 11 more yards, and the sticks move again. Then the Flyers with one final shot on 3rd and 12. Brees gets the pass off just in time to Cameron Meredith, who turns upfield, picking up just enough to convert. And the Flyers, who take their first lead of the season and seemed in control for a good portion of the game, fall once again 30-27. Johnny Manziel comes off the streets and gives the Flyers a spark, throwing for 263 yards and 2 scores. And what makes this Flyers performance even more impressive was the fact that it came with their coach being absolutely sloshed for the entirety of the game, and that would spill over into Thomas Dishman's regular post-game tweet. Petitioning the league to only schedule trips to New Orleans because the bye weeks. I'm gonna be drunk for the next month, and we fucking play Thursday? Yeah, we're Salt Lake City fuckers. That's a good one. I'm gonna puke. Gotta go. Bye. Oh, God. Get yourself together, Thomas. So on to Thursday night where the Flyers get their first exposure on a national stage. Johnny Manziel once again leading the charge, but it would be the Flyer ground game getting things started as on the first play, Akeem Hunt takes the carry, picking up 16 yards and a first down. 3 plays later, 3rd and 2, and it's Hunt again moving the chains, this time with a 13-yard run up the middle. Then on 3rd and 16, it's Johnny football time as he steps up and finds Dantes Bird over the middle for 17 to keep the drive alive. Then on 3rd down again, Manziel steps up and tries to escape, breaks away from a sack, which means 2 full seconds of paralysis, and Richard Sherman brings him down for no gain. Nick Rose comes out, and the 41-yarder gives the Flyers another lead. But that lead would be short-lived as the give goes to Jerick McKinnon, who starts to his right, bounces, jukes, and breaks a tackle into the open field, and is somehow off to the races, and the 62-yard score puts the 49ers out in front as they take a 7-3 lead. Flyers trying to answer back, and on 3rd and 5, the drive stays alive as Manziel finds Jalen Marshall over the middle for 11 yards. Thomas Dishman says, slap hands, and fist me. 3 plays later, 3rd and 3, Manziel looking to throw, but is going to try and use his legs to run, but Keenan Robinson stops him shy of the marker. Thomas Dishman says, kick that shit so I can watch it get blocked. And ask and you shall receive as Tarvarius Moore blocks the field goal. 49ers recover and take over near midfield as they chalk another one up on the block kick counter, and the score remains 7-3. But on 3rd and 5 for the 49ers, Garoppolo throws quick, and Marquez White reads it the whole way, picking it off, and Johnny Manziel and the Flyers offense takes right back over at the San Francisco 48. 6 plays later, 3rd and 10 for the Flyers. Manziel escapes the pocket to his right, starts to run, then throws a pass across the line that will fall incomplete. Thomas Dishman says, I don't care if you're a Heisman winner. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. 49ers decline the penalty, keeping the Flyers in field goal range as they try to bait them into another block kick, but the RNG gods bless the Flyers this time, and from 55 yards out, Nick Rose is good, and Salt Lake City is able to cut the 49ers lead to 1. Niners trying to answer back, but on their first play, Garoppolo play fakes and is flattened by Ricky Hatley for a sack, and the 8-yard loss would lead to a San Francisco punt. So back to the Flyers, where on 3rd and 13, Manziel steps up and finds DeMaurier Stringfellow right at the marker to convert. Next play, and the give goes to Akeem Hunt, who takes it right up the middle, breaks a tackle, and pushes his way to 11 yards and another first down. Flyers continue to roll as on the following play, Manziel fakes the run and fires a laser to Bug Howard for 30 yards down to the 49ers 5 to set up 1st and goal. Thomas Dishman says, let's go, boys, and fist me. Then 3 plays later, 3rd and goal, Manziel looking to throw again and somehow avoids the sack and is going to find his way into the end zone for the 2-yard score. And once again, the Salt Lake City Flyers find themselves out in front. Offense stays on the field to go for 2. Manziel fires, but the conversion is picked off by Richard Sherman, and the score remains 12-7. Ensuing drive, 49ers across midfield facing 3rd and 5, where Garoppolo throws and is picked off again, this time by Zach Sanchez, who's going to bring this one back 66 yards for the pick 6, and the Flyers well in control now as Sanchez says, who's about to watch the Flyers finally win? You are, motherfuckers. Flyers line up for 2 and give to Akeem Hunt, who gets into the end zone, and the Flyers lead by 13. Ensuing drive, 3rd and 10, 49ers just hand it off, but McKinnon is going to take the draw for 12 yards, picking up the first. Flag also comes out, and a face mask turns it into a 27-yard 49ers pickup. And 2 plays later, Garoppolo throwing and finds Dante Pettis for 15 yards down to the Salt Lake City 21. 3rd and 2 from the 13 now, and Garoppolo throwing. He's able to avoid a sack, but just chucks it away incomplete. Robbie Gould comes on and makes it 20-10 with a 30-yard field goal as the Flyers once again head into the half with a lead. But just like the Saints, the 49ers start the second half with a steady dose of ground game as Matt Breida picks up 14. Then on the next play, it's Breida with another carry and through a big hole in for 15 more yards down to the Flyers 22. And when it works that well, why stop as McKinnon returns to pick up 13 more as the chains move again. Then on 3rd and goal from the 3, Garoppolo throwing but is off the mark in incomplete, and Robbie Gould has to come on for his third field goal of the game, and the 49ers are able to cut this one to 7, and Thomas Dishman says, "Fuck this shit." Ensuing drive, 3rd and 9, and the Flyers are going to have to give it right back as Manziel's pass bounces right off Demorier Stringfellow's hands. Thomas Dishman says, "Holy f***, my mom could have caught that shit." Niners turn it on 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw with all day in the pocket, throws deep, and Quincy Mauger, what the f*** are you doing? Jerick McKinnon makes the catch and has a free ride to the end zone for the 66-yard score, and the 49ers tie this one up at 20. Flyers looking to respond, and on 3rd and 7, Manziel steps up and fires to Jalen Marshall to keep the drive alive. 2 plays later, the give goes to Davion Smith, who picks up 12 yards and another first down, but a flag on the play turns 1st and 10 into 2nd and 18, and that would spell Salt Lake City disaster, as on the next play, Manziel gets hit as he throws, and the ball falls right into the hands of Eric Armstead, who brings this one back 28 yards for the score, and the 3rd quarter is again full of Flyer as the 49ers take the lead. 4th quarter now, 2nd and 17, Manziel throwing and finds Stringfellow into 49ers territory, setting up 3rd and 3, where on the next play, Manziel throwing again, stands in and finds Jalen Marshall for 8 yards to keep the drive alive. Thomas Dishman says, "First down, boys, and fist me." 2 plays later, it's Johnny Football, the one getting fisted, as Solomon Thomas drops him for the sack, and on 3rd and 6, it's more of the same as Manziel looks to throw, steps up, and is dropped again, this time by Eric Armstead for the sack. Armstead gets up and casually strolls his way over to Damian Mama and says, "Let me suck on them titties." Thomas Dishman says, "Don't you suck on my mama's titties." Nick Rose comes on and from 51 yards out puts the sidewinder kick through the uprights, tries to figure out how the kick wasn't blocked, accepts it, and the Flyers cut the 49ers lead to 4. Ensuing drive, 3rd and 1 for the 49ers. McKinnon gets bottled up but picks up the first down to continue the drive. Later in the drive, 49ers at midfield, where the draw goes to McKinnon, who has a big hole and pushes his way to 15 more, and another 49ers first down. 2 plays later, 2nd and 1, Garoppolo fires a screen out to Dante Pettis, who picks up a block and takes this one down just inside the 10 to set up 1st and goal. And 2 plays later, the give goes to Jerick McKinnon, who takes it off the left side and is like an out-of-control car as he breaks a tackle, somehow stays in bounds, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And with 5:46 to go, the 10-yard score puts the 49ers up by 11. Flyers looking for some Manziel magic, and on 3rd and 7, he finds a wide-open Braden Bowman, who makes the catch and fights his way to a 13-yard gain and a first down. 2 plays later, Manziel throwing again and finds Demorier Stringfellow, who turns upfield, running through a tackler on his way to 12 more and another first down. Then facing a 4th down and with the game on the line, Manziel finds Bug Howard for 14 yards on a first down to the Niners 32, but that's where the fun would end, as on the next play, Manziel is dropped by Eric Armstead again for his 5th sack of the game. Then on 2nd and 18, Manziel looking to throw but can't find anywhere to go, and Ed Oliver drops him for back-to-back sacks, making it 3rd and 29. And with one last chance, Manziel throwing and fires down the seam, but Fred Warner knocks it away incomplete. And for the 2nd game in a row, the Flyers come out firing on all cylinders and take an early lead, but fall apart in the second half and can't pull out a victory. Salt Lake City falls to 0-7, but with some renewed confidence with Johnny Manziel at quarterback and a coach who, based on his post-game tweet, appears to be trying to improve his image. Hello, Mr. Dishman. Attached is the post-game tweet we've composed for you. Just copy and paste, press tweet, and your image will improve in no time. Great game by the team. Played their dang hearts out, and it's truly humbling to be part of such a great league and organization. All right, guys, so that's going to do it here. Tough lot. Fuck this stupid improve my image bullshit. If you can't handle me at my you stupid fucking piece of shit, you don't deserve me at my eat a bag of you dumb fucking sucker. Suck on that at NFL. And that's going to do it here, guys. Tough couple of losses, but as I said last video, we're getting there, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up a win before the end of the season. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the addition of Johnny Manziel and the pair of games here, along with more of Thomas Dishman's nonsense. Opening day of the Riverhawk series will be the next video, but hope you guys enjoyed this one, and until next time, thanks for watching.